In this video, I'm going to show you what my day-to-day life looks like here as a YouTuber and filmmaker living in small-town Germany and how expensive it is for me to live here, including my monthly costs and what I pay for this apartment. A lot of people ask me what my days look like now. I used to do a lot more vlogging and showing my personal life. Now my videos are more research-based, so today I'm going to kind of show you what a typical workday looks like for me, an American filmmaker and YouTuber living in a small German town. I try to wake up without an alarm as much as possible and just naturally wake up, usually at about 7:30. I always have a nice slow morning with coffee, and then...
Okay, right at 9 a.m. the new Quiver prompt gets released, and a bunch of people hop on Quiver right then and respond to the prompt. So I'm always on here right at this time in the mornings. I interact with a bunch of people who are on there and leave comments and talk to people on Quiver in the mornings. And that's what I'm doing right now.
After the first rush of Quiver answers, I start getting to work. I work from home, so there's no cost for an office rental.
It is now 10 a.m. I'm working on this little sponsorship segment. I got a really big sponsorship with a company that actually changed my life, so I'm super excited about it. And I sent them the first version of the integration, and they gave me feedback, and now I'm going to make those changes. All right, I thought I would be done with this, these revisions in like an hour, and I've now been working on it for 3 hours, mostly because my computer goes so slowly. It is very frustrating.
After a few hours of a morning work session, I typically like to exercise. The gym is usually pretty empty at this time, too.
All right, headed up to the gym, little midday workout to relieve my frustrations from slow computer editing.
I pay about 30 euros a month for this gym membership that I really like. I also still sometimes work out at the old warehouse football gym, and I just have to pay 3 euros each time I go there. I bought this car outright last year, so there's no monthly payment on it. It's a VW Golf, the most common car in Europe. Not very sexy, but very, very practical. The parking spot is usually about 50 euros a month, but it actually comes included in the rent of my apartment. Here you see me trying to carry too many things at once, which is a metaphor for me taking on too many projects. I do another little work session, and then it's time for a change of scenery.
Don't even try to act like you don't think that song is a jam. I'm heading to a cafe to do a little bit of work right now. I need a little change of environment. Unbelievable, guys. It is 62 degrees Fahrenheit in Schwäbisch Hall today. That is springy weather. Look, I'm not even wearing an Übergangsjacke. Straight up t-shirt. 62 degrees. Whatever that is in Celsius. It's nice.
So I buy myself a nice cappuccino at a cafe probably 3 to 4 times a week. They are 3 euros and 50 cents. Last month, my total spent on external coffees was 44 euros. Sometimes I sit in, and sometimes I get it to go. Today, I'm working at the cafe for a bit.
Now, I'm connecting to the Wi-Fi at a public cafe right now, but I'm doing so with the sponsor of today's video, CyberGhost VPN.
CyberGhost is a world-leading VPN, or virtual private network, with over 9,000 servers in 90 different countries that allow you to switch your IP address between. This allows you to remain anonymous and protected online. Data is the new gold, and hackers and data brokers want your information, and CyberGhost helps protect you from that. Anytime I'm accessing Wi-Fi, especially in public, I use CyberGhost VPN. And CyberGhost is the most recommended VPN on Trustpilot with over 38 million users worldwide. Now, not only does it provide digital security online, but it also allows you to watch content from all over the world that might be geo-blocked where you are. I use it to watch some of my favorite streaming platforms that are geo-blocked here in Germany, like Paramount Plus and HBO. And for my German viewers, CyberGhost can help you watch Formula 1 again for free by switching your IP address to Austria and watching for free on the ORF channel. It works on every major platform, and you can also share it with friends and family because one account can be used on up to 7 different devices.
Now, you can check out CyberGhost with the link in the description. We've got a great deal for you, 83% off, paying just over 2 euros a month, plus 4 months free. Plus, there's a 45-day money-back guarantee, so it's risk-free. It's an awesome product for you, and it really helps me and this YouTube channel if you sign up using the link in the description. So check out CyberGhost. All right, back to the video.
It's usually around this time of the day where I'm sick of looking at screens, so I go for a nice long walk through the gorgeous town of Schwäbisch Hall. These walks are actually where I get most of my ideas as well. And you guessed it, these walks cost me €0. Come home and have a quick meeting with my quiver coders.
Sweet. Have a good day. Bye. All right, gonna go grocery shop now. Look at that, I got my reusable bag, good for me. Gonna go grocery shop now, and then I'm actually gonna cook the food right when I get back because I want it to be ready this evening because I've got ELF Live tonight. Silas Nocita and I host the weekly live show for the European League of Football, and we've got the show tonight. And then by the time the show is done every week, I'm so fried and exhausted that I don't have the energy to cook, so I just cook before and heat it up right after. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now.
Well, when Laura was up here, it looks a little different, but right now I'm just grocery shopping for myself. I usually buy the same things every time. I like consistency. And of course, I always skip the big line at the grocery store and do self-checkout. Still don't understand Germans' aversion to this. They'd rather wait 10 minutes in line than check themselves out. Very strange to me. Obviously bought a candle. Necessities. The total comes out to about €30, which is pretty standard grocery trip for me. Food is by far my biggest expense besides rent. I spend between €300 to €500 a month on food. Then some friends stopped by and we hung out, which was free.
Last couple of installs, and we're gonna get into some fun stuff.
How many hours a week do you work? I feel like
For the women's team,
for overall women's team, men's team, coaching and playing.
50.
Busy man.
Although we usually hang out by going to the sauna together, which costs $11. I went 3 times last month, so €33 on sauna expenses. Then Mike ranked his top 5 favorite videos of mine of all time.
Number 4, Dark Horse is the Jeopardy episode.
Oh, that was great. Whoa. Throwback. I forgot about that.
I then cook my dinner before the live show, so I don't have to cook it after. I have Spotify Premium, which costs me $12.99 a month.
Hey Alexa, play Complicated by Avril Lavigne on Spotify.
All right. Time to set up for ELF Live. Gotta get the set in order. Got some interviews tonight on ELF Live. It's funny how much light you need to make things look normal on camera. All right, Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of ELF Live. I am your co-host, Nick Alfieri, aka Alf, here with my co-host, Silas Nocita, fresh off a cruise. Welcome back to Society, Silas. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and as you can see, I'm wearing my no bull hat.
Drink it up.
After the show, I get into chill mode and enjoy this beautiful apartment of mine.
Oh, all right. Time to eat by myself. I've been watching Guy Ritchie's new series on Netflix, The Gentleman, based off the Gentleman movie, which I really, really like. If you like Guy Ritchie, you'll like this series. If you don't like Guy Ritchie, you might not, but I really like it. And I always try and take this time, like dinner time, to just totally relax and chill. So now probably what you guys really want to know, how much do I pay for this apartment? I absolutely love this apartment. This is the first time that I've had to get my own apartment here in Germany. For the first 7 years that I lived in Schwäbisch Hall, I was an American import football player, and the team covered my housing expenses, so I didn't have to pay for my own apartment. So last year was the first year I had to get my own apartment, and I mentioned before, it's quite difficult to get an apartment here in Germany as a foreigner, so I was very lucky to get this place. It's a little bit more expensive than I would like, but it's a fantastic apartment and hits a lot of things for me. Overall, I pay 1,300 euros a month for this apartment. That includes everything that's warm, that's with internet, heating, water, with the parking spot that you guys saw earlier. That's worth probably about $50 a month. And so overall, 1,300 a month, which translates to about $1,400. Now this apartment is actually quite expensive in my opinion for this area, but I actually compare it to the average apartment in the United States, something that I would be paying if I lived in the States. Now the average rent for an apartment in the United States is $1,700.
So my apartment is about $300 cheaper than the average American apartment. Now this is also bigger than the average American apartment. The average American apartment is 897 square feet, or around 80 square meters. This apartment is 1,075 square feet, or 100 square meters. So 20 square meters larger than the average American apartment and $300 cheaper. So these are all the expenses we covered in the video. Then we've also got the cell phone bill, which is about 30 euros a month. Gas, I would say 80 euros. I really am not driving that much except for when I go down to Loro's. Then let's put in miscellaneous random bills from Germany, like the radio thing or speeding tickets, anything else random that I am forgetting. We'll put that at 100 euros, which brings us to about 2,050 euros a month to live in this small German town. Now, if I got a similar apartment in my hometown of downtown Portland, Oregon, it would probably be like $2,500. Definitely cheaper to live here. All right, guys, so that is the major expenses of my life here in small town Germany. I want to give another shout out to the sponsor of today's video, CyberGhost VPN, an awesome VPN, a product I use every single day, multiple times a day. We've got a great deal for you. Check it out using the link in the description. I highly recommend CyberGhost. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube videos. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time.